Hey traders, from the stock index trading room, and I want to get my screen up here. I believe we're ready to go. In this mini webinar, two things. We're going to share a brand new market entry system that we've developed for our members. Two, I'm going to go kind of fast because there's a lot of information. If you have an interest level, you can come and ask questions, come hang out with us for a bit of time and see if this is for you. And if you're not interested, you're not interested. And we understand that. So we just want to present you factual, fair information and let you decide if you think this is going to help your trading or not. So relax and enjoy the next 15 or so minutes. And we're going to show you a new market entry system. Let me make this legal. Please read this and come and join us when you're through. If you follow our work, you know we have several we call super signals patterns that repeat that we've tested that we use for our trading success. I'm going to show you a brand new market entry system strategy technique that we've never shared outside trading rooms. We continue to work, find better, stronger, and more reliable ways to make sure our members reach their trading goals. That's why Rob and I do this. That's why he does his room. That's why I do my room, is to help people change their lives. It's a strong drug, I can tell you. So the method that we're using now, you can use it as standalone, or like I said, you can use it to trade to a higher level of a higher time frame level of awareness of trading. I'm going to show you what that looks like briefly in just a second. The good news is it doesn't matter. Anybody, any experience level can become successful with what I'm going to share with you here. And our favorite time in the room is new signal time. Briefly, we remember what we see and not what we hear. So I'm going to read this to you and then I'm going to show it to you and you'll get it. We use an advanced reading of Trap Trader Oscillator. It's a very powerful order flow reader. It's fourth generation. Rob's worked with it off and on for over 30 years. What you look at will be impressive, but don't think we are oversimplifying anything. It's taken tens of thousands of hours for Rob to bring this to this level. I think it's hard to appreciate how good this is unless you understand we're looking inside a price bar to read breakout order flow, which sounds, I would be dubious if I were you. And we understand, we welcome that. We love skepticism. Okay. If you're cynical, that's a different story. So, but when you look at the chart I'm going to show you, it will look different. We're going to show you a visual representation of order flow within each bar as it prints. It's a live read. Price follows order flow pretty much across the board. So if you can find a building order flow at typical breakout areas, it's an advantage that I don't think you want to pass on. Rob's worked for decades to have a simple visual representation of what's going on. And as the market builds, as the market builds within price bars, building and retracting order flow. I think it's a must for all day traders, especially if you're going to trade the ES S&P Mini, the granddaddy of all markets. So since it's easier to show than tell, let's go to our chart. This is our room chart. Okay, this is in all of its wonder. Sometimes I'll clean it up, to just key on what we're talking about. I decided to just show you the room chart today. The shaded areas are our 30-minute periods. This is a 30-minute period representation, lots and lots of uses. We have maps that forecast each period and then two periods together and three periods together, depending on your level of awareness and time frame. And I'll show you in a second one of the main uses. In fact, let me do that now. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. That's a freebie. Some of our members call this Redline Magic. Okay, and what it is, every morning there there is a period or periods overnight that the market tends to reject. Okay, these maps are 2.5 months long. So the data is long enough to be reliable, but short enough to be flexible to change to market conditions as it grows and contracts. So here's Friday, and here's the bottom of the red line, the top of the red line, and you'll see the market, and we'll point that out to you how that helped us throughout this day. This is Thursday, and you can see the same situation develop. It tried, it failed, and it gave up. Tried it, failed, and it gave up. Now here's another freebie. On Friday, the third after the first hour, we're doing studies on what is the probability after the first hour that the third period, fourth period, fifth period of the day make new extremes. Okay, that's a handy piece of information to know right there. On Friday, it's over 90% that C period, this bar, makes a new high or low. So when this started trading higher, it was pretty obvious to us, but oblivious to the trading world where the market was going. And we've had that forecast, and we were in good shape with it. Okay, but now let's get to our entries here. Again, you can use this as standalone, or you can use this to say, we're at halfback in the open. The open above Friday is crazy positive for stocks. There's fundamental reason for that. And halfback tends to hold the market, and sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. But if we're looking at a key level and we have order flow breakout, which is what this is, we're pretty sure what's going to happen there. So this would be the secret to day trading order flow within a price bar. If you have questions, shoot me an email, Stuckindex Trading Room. You want to join us, stuckindextradingroom.com. Look at that 6 or 7 minute video. There's a nice discount coupon code for you. And come and join us. We'll get you up and running. So here's our Redline Magic that we showed you on a 30-minute trend chart. And we will show you the impact that had later on a pretty dynamic move. But here's our first entry, right as the market opens, okay? What we're looking for is this. We're on a red background because when our background is red, the market tends to go down. When it's green, it tends to go up. And we're looking, that's about 85% probability. And then all our members are doing are just timing their entries to get in the market in front of future price movement. So here's our Redline Magic. Here's the first entry. We get this. Let me show you this this way because this is how we trade. Okay, so the market's flopping around here. Looks like it's trying to work up some. And then all of a sudden we get a super strong reversal of order flow down right at the open. So this is just screaming strong order flow down as the market opens. Sell orders are pouring into the market. We have a visual representation that we like this side to take this out. Yeah, it struggled. That would not have been fun. But Jack Swigert said, small account retail traders like to trade the open. So there's one for you. Okay, it eventually ground its way down to a winner. So the market reverses, it turns green. Now we're looking for up moves, right? And let's see, we come in here. Not yet. There we go. We take out the prior two continuation bars down. This is against structure. This is support. This is a proprietary line you'll only find in the stock index trading room. This holds the market very well. We also have halfback and we also have the open. So we have three key levels that should hold the market, but we're still unsure, right? We still go, well, maybe it will. The sellers want to control this too. But we look over here and we get order flow breakout out the wazoo. The smaller these are, the better this seems to work, okay? And there you can see what we had with that. Okay, so we did not have that error on the chart. It just happened too early. I'm not even going to mark that. It's a winner that won't be on the recap. We will mark this in our study, okay? This is our in and out. If you have not seen that video presentation, please go to our YouTube channel. If you like our work, we would appreciate a like and subscribe. You'll get a notice when we put out these videos, and you can go see what's the latest in the stock index trading room. But this is our members are crazy sideways excited about this. We had an arrow there. That's why I bring that up. Okay. It's not a chart bar breakout signal. Okay. This is a chart bar breakout signal that typically just on Friday after this, we tend to come back and test the open. It didn't do it. If you follow my work, then you know this is a flat. And you know, we announced in the room through here, we expected this move to be duplicated, and that was an 03, 0350 target. And it went a little further than that, right? But that's another insight we'll give you in the room. Here's a chart bar breakout, really simple, right? We have going through the prior two, right here, prices going down, order flows going up. We love that trading situation. Now I'm going to show you, I call this a secondary entry, and I'll show you another one in a minute. I'll show you the power of our chart bars. Okay. So we have a green bar, red bar, and a green bar. Up 8, down 8, up 8 ticks. And here we have a order flow bar representing the buying in here, and it's anemic. We like for it to get above the midpoint line. That confirms the strength of the order flow. Not all of our members wait for that. But so anyway, we have a situation here that's just not any good. And then we have a red bar that's even less. You can see nothing that's hidden. It's hidden behind this green dot. That's the way Trap Trader Oscillator marks it. But then we have this green bar through the purple through the midpoint line. On TTOA, you'll notice it's a strong Batman with a lead out. We've traded that. That was the first signal we took in the room over 7 years ago. We have members that have traded thousands of these. Okay. But we're getting no discernible advantage here, but we're getting a 90% advantage there. And there we go. There we go. So University of Michigan sentiment comes out, the market just tanks. And it's trying to kill the open, right? Trying to kill the open. Here's our Redline Magic that we showed you over on the chart, over on our trend chart. Comes down within a few ticks. Actually, this is one tick off. I think it was like 3 ticks from this line. And it bounces for the rest of the day. Now, why did it bounce here? Well, there's several things. It bounced because there were a lot of buy orders, maybe sales getting out, buys taking over. That's up to you to determine. It didn't turn because all of the large traders were waiting on it to see what was going to happen. We do, and that's the right thing. If you want some really high level awareness trading information, look at our video, The Science Behind Market Expansion, Range Expansion, and you'll see the method to our madness and why we teach our members to look at the market where we look at it and not where everybody else looks at it. Okay, so here you can see we've got one here, we've got one here, and it's taken 2 or 3 seconds for this whole thing to print. That's untradeable. Here's one, but we're not going to put that in a study. I wait 10 minutes. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. Sometimes 10 minutes is too long. We miss a trade. Sometimes it's too short. Sometimes it's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's just right. So whatever. Anyway, 10 minutes. We're 10 minutes in after the number comes out. We have a chart bar breakout to the downside. You know, again, you go over here and look and you go, man, I got no idea what's going to happen here at halfback. Yeah, you do. Sure you do. Now, we have a situation over here that is on our traditional TTOA. There's not anyone that's been in the room that has ever looked at this scenario, and I'd say, which way is this forecasting? Well, everybody knows it's down, right? So here we have order flow doing nothing, and here we have our lead outs. Okay, as chart bar breaks through these green lines. Well, this is order flow support, and the market breaks it. So guess what happens? You got it. So we're not going to abandon this. This is added to. This is a different, we would not have had this signal here. Above the purple line through the prior 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, 5-point winner. Here's one that didn't work very well. Okay. And then we have several that didn't. 3 points, 3 points, 2 up, down, 3. You know, you do with that whatever you like. Okay, here's one that didn't work very well. 4 or so, working on halfback, working on halfback, working on halfback. Okay, so here we have an entry that's a bit early, and I have an arrow here for our members. We have an arrow here. You can see we put the entry there, and then you can see I had multiple arrows here. This is our original super signal, non-cycling strong Batman. It has a lead out. It's on a rocket. It has everything we would anticipate to be a bottoming formation for the market to build and then release buy orders from. Okay. So here's another one. Let's say you got up, took some profit. You have another one in here. Chart bar breakout. Pivot retag, and away it goes. Here's a really nice key for our members. See, the sellers are trying to hold this, right? Yeah, no, yep. So we get to this key level of structure. And what is this telling us? We have this huge chart bar, big long wick, small body, clearing out all the stops and then working back up through this. You can forecast which way that's going, right? This is where all of the innovators, if you look at our secret to market expansion, this is where the people building longs in here, the large accounts, are just adding them as fast as they can, because that's where the explosion comes. And we'll show you that in a room. Chart bar breakout signal, not very good. Here's one that doesn't work very well. Finally, gets a little bit of relief. I'm going to show you one other idea, or not idea, but just something. I was working on this. This is Saturday morning when I'm doing this. I was working on this Friday chart bar entry. Was working on this Friday. I go on break. I stay in a room an hour and a half to 2 hours and then go on break. I was working on the ideas for this, and this happened. And since it was what we was teaching, I put an arrow here. We put an arrow here, and the people that were still in the room had the decision if they wanted it. Okay, there's this entry that has worked so well that he's been talking about. So I'm running out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with you. This was just the 14th. This was the day we're looking at here. And all of the entries that I shared with you, we didn't, this is the ones that don't work. We share, we had one that worked for a point. But what this represents is 1.2.4 points. Trading any way you want. Some people like to super scalp. Some people, let me hold it a little bit longer. Other people want to get maximum benefit. However you want to do that. We're not representing trading it this way, but you might decide you want to. That's totally up to you. We use 15 tick initial stop loss because that proves the most, it's proven down through 7 years to be the most profitable long-term stop for any short-term entries. It doesn't have to be our system and our chart bars. The ES likes to move in 5 and 7 handle or point chunks. Okay. We know Rob knows all of the nuances of this, and so we build all of that into our system. But you can see, got one 100% of the time. 16 total chart bar breakouts for the day. Nice profit, nice profit factor. This means we're 1100% likely to make profit with this on this day. That number is really around 8, about 800%, which gives us a high probability that if we trade that long term, we will be happy. Right? A lot of other factors in here I'm not going to go through, just a representation of what you looked at here today. So let me roll back here. If you have an interest level, look at our video, stuckindextradingroom.com. You want to come, you don't want to wait, you want to come and join us and start letting us teach you how this works and how to take advantage of it. That's what we do for the 2 hours that we're in, is we teach the software. We teach, hey, the open on Friday is typically strong. Redline Magic, look out for that. Other factors, C is real high probability. Third trading period of the day is a real high probability on Friday to be a new high or low. And, you know, on and on and on. Things that Rob Mitchell discovered becoming the World Cup trading champion and one of the largest, if not the largest, e-mini trader in the world for quite a period of time. So on behalf of World Cup trading champion Rob Mitchell and all the world-class members of the Stock Index Trading Room, Steve, wishing you best of luck in your trading. And if we can help you, please let us know.